Greetings from Virginia Western Community College. I'm President Robert H. Sandel. Thank you for joining us for this virtual ceremony today. For many of you, this commencement celebrates the end of your time at Virginia Western. You have overcome daunting challenges, both academically and outside of the classroom. You have dealt with upheaval to your daily lives due to the pandemic, as well as because of political and social unrest. You have not let anything stand in the way of your achievements. As the word commencement connotes, this is really just the beginning. It is the launching point for your new career or the next step in your education. Virginia Western is a place where you have found friends and even family who will accompany you on your path. I am so proud of what you have accomplished, and I am delighted that Virginia Western has played a role in your journey. Please know that even when you leave Virginia Western, you will always have a home here. Commencement is always the highlight of the year to me. It is such a joy to see all of our students' smiling faces as their families and community come together to honor them. Sadly, we have lost much over the past year due to the pandemic, and one glaring absence has been the ability to safely gather. One of the highest priorities is to support the health and well-being of our students, employees, and community, which is why we have decided to host a virtual ceremony this year. With the proliferation of COVID-19 vaccine and the relaxing of restrictions, it is my great hope that we are now seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and we will soon come out safely on the other side. Virginia Western was the first community college in the Commonwealth of Virginia, opening its doors to students in 1966. Over the past 50-plus years, countless people have attended the college and discovered their unique pathways to a degree or certificate, to a life-defining skill, to a strong career, to lasting friendships, and yes, even to love. I am inspired that so many people in our community have a place in their hearts for Virginia Western. I am eager to fully reopen our doors and share our beautiful campus with students and community. Thank you for your continued support. One constant source of support for myself and the local college are members of our local advisory board, led by our chair, Joyce Kessinger. Thank you for your guidance and leadership during this difficult time. Our Educational Foundation Board, with new chair William Farrell II, has always been at the forefront of finding new and creative ways to support students financially and with technology through the pandemic and beyond to make college possible for so many. Thank you for your innovative leadership. I want to highlight the extraordinary efforts of our faculty, staff, and administrators. You have consistently put our students' needs first throughout the past year plus of this pandemic and has made a real difference. More than ever these days, we rely on our loved ones to help us get through, and I wish to thank my family and especially my wife Jane for their boundless support. I also wish to acknowledge all the healthcare workers and other essential employees who have helped us fight this virus. We have so many current and former students who are health professionals, or first responders, or who work for businesses such as pharmacies, grocery stores, and restaurants that are keeping our families healthy and safe. We have student employees and alumni who are helping provide vaccines to our community. Thank you for all that you are doing. Now it is a great honor to introduce an outstanding graduating student to provide words of greeting on behalf of the class of 2021. Bradley O. Alcande Leon is an international student in our Megatronics program and a student ambassador. He has welcomed countless students to our campus and set a tremendous example through his dedication to gaining his education and beginning a career in engineering.
Thank you, President Sandel and the Virginia Local Advisory Members Board. Thank you to the students. Thank you to the faculty. Thank you to the staff who has made these 2 years everything they were. It is my honor today to welcome you to the commencement ceremony on behalf of the class of 2021. Es un honor para mí darles las bienvenidas a esta ceremonia de graduación en nombre de la clase de este año 2021. Every one of you has made an impact on the graduates who made it to this point. I stand here before you looking back at this 2 years of legacy that we all made together. This, without a doubt, is one of the most important moments in our life. 2 years ago, I made one of my biggest decisions, leaving my family, friends, and culture behind to pursue a dream. There were many moments of sadness and many anguishes. Such at a time, I missed my mother's food, any other aspect as I struggled with language and cultural barriers. Through it all, God never abandoned me. On the contrary, He gave me strength to fight. He gave me understanding. He put great people on my path so that this dream today has become a reality. I invite you all to fight for your dream. Not everything will be as we'll dream it to be. There will be many barriers and obstacles along the way, but nothing is impossible. Once, one of my professors told me that I could do anything I wanted to do in life, that the sky was the limit. And those words, coming from somebody that didn't even really know me at that time, impacted my life in many aspects, not just on my educational path, but also in my personal life. So we have to be persistent and work hard. And I guarantee you all that at the end of the day, all of the effort that we put on will pay off. Thank you so much for being part of this dream. I promise you all that I will let anybody down and I will carry on with my studies like the rest of the class of 2021. I know that the lesson that I have learned at Virginia Western will always stick with me for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Braulio. It has been a tradition at Commencement to present our emeritus employees or honorees who were nominated by their peers for their contributions to Virginia Western. Teaching Faculty Emeritus, Lee Hipp. Administrative and Professional Faculty Emeritus, Martha Richardson. And Classified Staff Emeritus, Faith Janney. Thank you for all that you have done to the college. This year, we are unable to honor our faculty award winners in person, so I wish to recognize the recipients of these prestigious accolades. The J. Andrew Archer Teaching Awards are given to Ann Runyon from the School of Business Technology and Trades, Darla Summers from the School of Health Professions, Alexandra Scott from the School of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences, Aliyah Khan from the School of Science, Engineering, and Mathematics. Our Master Advisor Award goes to Lynette Upshaw for the School of STEM. Our Teaching Excellence Awards go to Anne Marie Carroll from the School of LAS and Sarah Chitwood from the School of LAS. I also wish to take a moment to thank the faculty and staff members who have retired in the past year or soon retiring. I'd like to recognize those individuals devoted to service to Virginia Western: Paula Derbyshire, Guy Gibson Jr., James Fightmaster, Judy Falcomer, Kathy Swain, and Linda Whitlock. Now I am thrilled to introduce another of our graduating students, Anastasia Durant. Like many of our students, Anastasia is a non-traditional student, having enrolled later in life after starting a family. She has overcome the self-doubt of returning to school and the scheduling challenges that so many young parents face to become a fantastic AAS nursing student and a leader with numerous honors. Please listen to Anastasia's journey.
Hello, Virginia Western Community College 2021 graduating class. I would like to start off by thanking everyone for this opportunity to speak with you. Thank you also to President Sandel, the Virginia Western Local Advisory Board, faculty, and staff for everything you have done in fostering an environment that allows each of us to become successful and make it to this point. You may be wondering who the seemingly remarkable individual standing before you is. My name is Anastasia Durant, and if you didn't catch what I just said, it was seemingly remarkable. I chose those words because I am, just like so many of you, in all honesty, having met so many amazing individuals in the halls of Virginia Western, I don't see myself as any more remarkable than anyone here. I first stepped foot on Virginia Western campus in January 2017. I was probably just as terrified to embark on this journey back then as I am today to be concluding it. I sat in Chapman Hall waiting to speak to an advisor while playing with my 6-month-old son, wondering if I was insane for deciding to go after my dream of becoming a pediatric nurse. Then, all I could see was that I was a young single mother, new to Roanoke, who graduated high school years ago, and was a beauty school dropout ×2. What I will say about my cosmetology school experience is that it was the place that inspired me to go after my dream after hearing from so many others who had pursued theirs. It wasn't long before an advisor helped develop my first college schedule. Unfortunately, it was also not long until I ripped up that schedule and had to withdraw because my son's childcare could not cover my school hours. Obviously, I'm standing here today because I'm a very stubborn individual who does not like being told what I cannot do. A few months later, I got started again in summer of 2017 with a new schedule in hand. Originally, when I wrote this speech, my story continued from there, outlined in an almost emotionless manner, taking you chronologically through my own highlights of each semester over the past 4 years. I detailed the days when I learned my second child was on the way, and later my third. I spoke of my son's health challenges and my own that nearly derailed my educational path. I didn't know how to walk you through all what seemed like a daunting 4-year journey. Then I realized that sharing my travails and how I overcame them was not the message I wanted to leave you all with. My journey has held its own mountains and valleys. There were moments that made me laugh until I cried, moments where I just cried. The moments full of sheer fear of failure and or the unknown. It has been filled with so many individuals that left their footprint on my life, whether in a small passing manner or a large one that a lifetime will not be able to erase. So instead of walking you through an emotionless recount of my own successes and struggles these past 4 years, I'm going to answer a question that I was asked for the first time just a few days ago. And that is, how did Virginia Western change my life? After hearing this question, I was speechless at first. I didn't quite know how to answer because my time here has changed my life completely. My classes helped me gain the key knowledge I needed to get to this point, but they also allowed me to become a more well-rounded individual on a variety of subjects. My instructors encouraged me and helped guide me through the goal of becoming a pediatric nurse while serving my community in a much deeper way. The individuals I met here helped give me the courage to continue on and built me up when I was uncertain if college was the right place for me. The challenges I faced and conquered gave me confidence in my academic life, and little by little spread into other facets of my life. Joining Phi Theta Kappa, an international honor society for community college students, was one of those opportunities that connected me with like-minded individuals and allowed me to travel to conferences in Virginia and around the country. It challenged me to become an individual I never imagined I could be. As I took on more responsibility, I became even more addicted to getting involved with Virginia Western. I helped with the development of the food pantry on campus, participated in Spring Fling to bring smiles to the faces of the students and their families, worked at the bookstore and coffee shop, joined a conference call with Governor Northam as a Virginia Western representative, and much more. As I became more involved in campus, I became more aware of the community, inspiring me to become a chapter and regional officer of Phi Theta Kappa, volunteering with local organizations and community groups, and getting to know the stories of others around me. The lessons of leadership I learned carried over into my career at Curley and Roanoke Memorial Hospital. I advanced from being a patient observation assistant who sits one-on-one with people who are suicidal, homicidal, or confused, to becoming a nursing assistant, and now I'm a nursing assistant, trainer, and instructor. And with my fingers crossed, I'll be a pediatric nurse here in just a few short months. The relationships I have built, the lessons I have learned, and the footprints that have been left in the sand of my life has helped me to grow and become a better leader, scholar, mother, friend, community servant, and an overall individual. I am all about family, whether it be the one that you were born into or the hodgepodge of individuals that fell into your life that you one day realize are indispensable. In spring of 2017, I was an outsider. In spring of 2021, I feel blessed to say that I have adopted so many families, including you all here at Virginia Western. Now, here I am, standing alongside you as a 2021 graduate with a story just like all of you about how, despite every challenge and sacrifice, somehow I made it to graduation. So here it goes, my parting words of wisdom that I learned while crawling, walking, and running through my journey. Build relationships. These relationships do not have to last a lifetime, and they come in all forms. Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, mentors, cheerleaders, and yes, even those who are different from you, will help you power through all kinds of obstacles, challenge you to become more than you imagine yourself to be, and even present you with opportunities you would never imagined you would have. Seize every opportunity. I have gotten to meet so many remarkable individuals, including some of you. Travel the country, advance at work, represent the college in various aspects, become a commencement speaker, and so much more, none of which I would have imagined doing in spring of 2017. Seize your opportunity, no matter how undeserving you may feel. They are your opportunities because you deserve them. Sacrifices are necessary, but sacrifice does not always have to be the same, and nor does it always have to be you. It took me a long time to realize that when there are so many important things to be done, they have to be ranked. With that being said, the rank did not have to always be the same. Either my children and school are my top priority. But during finals week, those beautiful wild kiddos get bumped to the number 2 slot. When all else fails, learn to laugh at yourself and know it is okay to not be okay. You will fail, and it is okay. Life is like learning to ride a bike. You fall, you get back up, and once you become a pro and you're cruising along enjoying the day, your train may break and you will fall all over again. It is okay. Take a deep breath, use those relationships you have built to phone a friend and tell your story. Just go ahead and laugh, even if you have to take a moment to cry beforehand. Challenge yourself. A wise nursing school professor told us that growth and comfort do not live on the same plane. Allow yourself to be uncomfortable, to be afraid of what is yet to come, because that is what gives you the opportunity to grow. Never give up. You are capable of anything. more than you yourself can imagine. People will tell you that you cannot do it. I have been told many times throughout my journey that I should just find a good man and settle down with my children. Even as I handed in my nursing school application, I was told that it may be too hard for me and I should choose a different path. So let me go ahead and tell you this now. No matter where your journey is taking you next, you can do it. You are enough. And if it is something that you truly desire, never give up. Before I go, I want to take a moment to thank you all for listening to me. I also want to thank a few key people who helped me in particular be able to stand before you all today. Thank you, Aries, Evander, and Artemis, for giving me the strength and courage to grow and take on a new challenge every single day. Mommy loves you. Thank you to my mom and sister who make seizing my opportunities possible. Thank you to my professors, advisors, and mentors who helped guide me through this journey and encourage me to continue chasing my dreams. Thank you to so many of my friends, classmates, and family that grabbed my hand and helped lift me up in my darkest moments, when I felt I could no longer keep going, and celebrated with me when I felt I was on top of the world. Thank you to Phi Theta Kappa for expanding my dreams beyond my wildest imagination and creating its own family that I have the pleasure to be a part of. And last, but certainly not least, a huge thank you to the community for giving me a purpose and being made up of not only the individuals I stand here with today, but their loved ones and support system that helped get them to this point. If you know me, you know I wouldn't be myself if I didn't quote my favorite author of all time at least once before parting with you. So I leave you with these words by Dr. Seuss. Will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, everyone. From the bottom of my heart, I am so truly proud of you.
Thank you, Anastasia. Our keynote speaker is someone who has found the national spotlight, but who has never forgotten her community. Beth Macy is a journalist and New York Times best-selling author who also happens to have taught here at Virginia Western. Her books, which include Factory Man, True Vine, and Dope Sick, have shed a light on hidden stories originating in our region. Her compassion and understanding for her subject shines through these stories. Beth was awarded the Nieman Fellowship for Journalism by Harvard University, and Dope Sick was shortlisted in 2019 for the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Nonfiction. Hulu is adopting a series based on the book, which features actors Michael Keaton, Rosario Dawson, Caitlin Dever, and more. I am thankful that Beth is able to share some words of wisdom with us.
Thank you, President Sandel. Families, friends, faculty, and the spring graduating class of 2021. As a former English instructor here at Virginia Western and a huge fan of the college and the community college mission in general, I really appreciate the honor of speaking to you on such an auspicious occasion. 35 years ago, that's a long time, I was in your seat. Not in COVID, but I was in your seat. Probably, as you probably are, I was daydreaming, deconstructing the commencement speaker's tie or maybe the wave of his hair. Seemed like it was always a he back then. Probably I was thinking, how the hell am I going to fit everything I own into my 20-year-old VW Beetle? And will it actually make the 2.5-hour drive from my college apartment in Bowling Green, Ohio, to Columbus, the home of my first job, without breaking down? I had roughly 24 hours to prepare for this job. It was an internship at a city magazine that paid just $200 a week before taxes. It was a bore of a position for someone who aspired for big city journalism. My main task that summer would be to update the magazine's annual dining guide, which meant I got to sit at a desk and call 600 restaurants to ask whether they still served mahi-mahi and took American Express every day for 3 months. I was excited to graduate. I was also terrified. As the first person in my family to have gone to college and to have graduated, I had zero financial cushion to fall back on. I had no wealthy uncle, no more than about $100 in my checking account. I was the daughter of a widow who made $8,000 a year test driving cars for a Honda subcontractor. My student loan bills were about to come due, and the only thing holding my car battery in place under the back seat of my rusty VW was a broken cutting board my boyfriend had helped jam between the rusty metal frame and the seat. I speak to you now, almost graduates, from the other side of that dark financial precipice. I tell you this as someone who's turning 57 in a couple of weeks and who wishes she could go back in time to counsel that scared 22-year-old and blanket her with giant beams of confidence and love. I wish I could tell her, as she's sleeping the deep post-adolescent slumber of the 20-something young, I would push back her not yet gray hair from her face, tuck it behind her not yet faltering ear, and I would tell her this: remember the lilacs. That's my way of saying to you to spend your time doing what taps into the essence of you, whatever that essence may be. I was the last child of 4, the middle-aged surprise. I was born to parents who struggled financially and in other ways. I was, practically speaking, raised as an only child, a loner who liked hiding inside the giant grove of lilac trees at the end of my block and eavesdropping on the people who walked past. It was my humble sanctuary, a fortress of intoxicating scent and cozy hidden paths. Safe and unseen, I spent hours there bearing witness to the beautiful and the strange, the just and the unjust. In the 4th grade, a teacher introduced me to the book Harriet the Spy, which I inhaled. I was stunned to find a version of myself on the novelist Louise Fitzhugh's pages. Harriet was a young, aspiring author who put stories and facts together in new ways. She was nosy. She was maybe a little bit mean. But through alternating bouts of hilarity and mortification, Harriet persevered, and she found the confidence, finally, to forge her own way of looking at the world. By putting forth her own fierce ideas, she discovered a voice that was distinctly her own. She told uncomfortable truths. In the decades that followed that terrible restaurant guide job, I went in search of my own inner Harriet. I didn't set out to focus my journalism on outsiders and underdogs, but lo and behold, after a decade of writing about them, it finally dawned on me that those articles were always the ones that I wrote the best. The Liberian refugee who squealed the first time she heard a Diet Coke clunking down a soda machine and shouted, "Ah, there was a person inside that machine." The gritty Galax, Virginia furniture maker who took on China in the Court of International Trade to keep his factory going because those expletive Chinese communists weren't going to tell him how to make furniture. The teenager who grew up in the projects but had the backing of Roanoke's powerful African-American community, and she frequented the neighborhood library where she had worked first as a page. When Selena Sullivan learned she was getting a full ride to Harvard, no less, the elderly library patrons put down the newspapers they were reading, and for the sake of history, they wept. The librarian, who was Selena's mentor and adopted auntie, screamed. So what a privilege I knew my job was. I got paid to travel outside my zip code, to bear witness, to hone my thoughts on the raw and complicated truths I and I alone was seeing. I tell you, the writer Annie Dillard had it right when she said, "You were made and set here to give voice to this, your own astonishment." It's a lesson worth applying to everything from journalism to nursing to theology to communications. Maybe outsiders and underdogs aren't your jang, but I want you to leave here today, newly graduated, with a renewed calling to nurture your own unique slant, whatever that may be. Every time you feel the hair sticking up on the back of your neck, pay fierce attention. The second thing I want to say to the little girl on the lilacs is ditch the awful partner. The sooner the better. I kissed some seriously nasty frogs before I met a man who was comfortable enough with his manhood to marvel at a sunset and goofy enough to dance the robot backwards across the kitchen floor when I'm least expecting it, just to make me laugh. Let me tell you why I believe that choosing who to partner with is the single most important decision you'll ever make. For a variety of complicated reasons dating back centuries, if not millennia, women now comprise more than half the college student population, but still only 20% of the country's leadership positions. This despite the fact that companies employ women in large numbers outperform their competitors on every measure of profitability. I am certain that I would not be as confident or competent, a writer, a worker, a human being, had I not married someone who has treated me his equal on everything from grocery shopping to laundry to schlepping around the kids. I'm a first-generation feminist, having grown up in a house where my mom did everything. She worked, she cooked, she cleaned. She would hound my dad on Friday nights at the VFW bar so he would not drink away his paycheck before the groceries were bought. I'm not judging. My mom could stretch a dime farther than anyone I know, and she was a product of a very different time. In her 90s, she still couldn't figure out how it was that I got away with not ironing my husband's shirts. My mom was widowed and in her 60s before she married the man of her dreams, a retiree who sculpted wooden birds and squirreled away his federal government pension so she'd be well provided for after his death. He bought her jewelry with real, non-dime store stones, and during weekly outings to the shopping center, he'd sneak away to leave messages she could listen to later on their home phone answering machine. He sang, "I just called to say I love you." Let me say it again. Life is fleeting. Only people who want the best for you should be on your home team. My final takeaway for future me and for all you glorious Virginia Western graduates is this. Put your phones down, look around, and gaze into the eyes of your fellow human beings. I say this knowing that I need to hear this too. I have a TV show coming out later this year for Hulu based on my 2018 book about the opioid crisis. It's called Dope Sick, and I don't think it's a coincidence that the worst drug epidemic in the history of our nation comes at precisely the same time that people your age and even high schoolers and middle schoolers are experiencing higher rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide than ever before. Also, loneliness. For many, cell phone talking has diminished or taken the place altogether of dating, driving, and even sex. The data on this is crystal clear. The more time we spend on our screens and on social media, the more likely we are to be unhappy. Scientists have even quantified it. It turns out that having weak social connections is the health equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. When we spend our energy engaged in meaningful work that makes us happy and enriches our larger community, the rewards, I promise you, do eventually follow, and not just monetarily. Princeton researchers have calculated that once a basic level of comfort is attained, true happiness is achieved not through social media status or the accumulation of stuff, but by having the capacity to share meaningful experiences with people. Scientists have actually proven that you're better served in most cases by underindulging rather than overindulging, by buying less for yourself and doing more for others. I should say that that's the case once all of our needs are met. As my mom said, when she finally entered the middle class in her mid-60s, she said, you know, they say the money isn't everything, but it's pretty nice. As a society, we have to learn ways to balance pleasure and pain without numbing ourselves out. Earlier in my career, while many of my ladder climbing colleagues moved on to bigger salaries and more expensive cities, I dug my journalistic heels into getting to know the readers of Southwest Virginia. The salary wasn't great, and during the height of the recession and the internet revolution, my colleagues and I went 7 years without a raise. But Roanoke, this mid-sized city, was a great place to raise kids with beautiful mountains and friendly people, many of them surprising and quirky. I did a story once on Roanoke's ELL school bus driver, a refugee from a war-torn country who, along with his grown sons, had launched 2 successful startup businesses in town. Why did the Rwandan refugees still bother driving a school bus for such meager wages? I wanted to know. I interviewed parents and teachers alike about him, but it wasn't until I actually rode the school bus for a couple days that I understood why he considered the ELL kids his calling in life. A 5-year-old wearing a bright pink coat and braids sidled up to me on the bus. She grabbed my arm and took a deep breath. And she smelled me. She said, you smell like Beyonce. You a little bit old, but I like you. I feel so privileged to know my community through my work, to get to use writing as my own way of putting love into the world. A friend told me recently that I'd become a best-selling author because I'd managed to make my small stories universal and therefore luminous and large. He marveled, every corner of the world is as big as the world itself. To me, it all comes back to the message I felt in my bones that first time I read Harriet the Spy. Don't underestimate your world and your place in it. Because every place is as vibrant as the next, if you're engaged in it. You're here today with a much larger, a much more sophisticated sense of the world than I had 35 years ago. You've spent your years here honing your own distinctive voices. Now it's time for you to be heard. Just don't forget to season your own corner of the world, wherever it ends up being, with your own slant. That tilted way of looking at life that you and only you can provide. Find your own stand of lilac trees. Be still amid them. Look up and reach out. Congratulations on your success. Thank you, everyone, and happy graduation.
Thank you so much, Beth. Each year at commencement, we recognize student marshals from each school who have been selected because of their academic achievements. They are Alicia Williams, School of Business, Technology, and Trades; Benjamin J. McDonald, School of Health Professions; and Andelin E. Powell, School of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences; and Franklin P. Vineyards, School of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Additionally, we have 80 students who have maintained a 4.0 grade point average while graduating. This is truly a fantastic accomplishment, and I'm very proud of all of you. Our college is fortunate to be home to numerous honor societies and clubs. I'd like to recognize these special groups: Lambda Nu, Phi Theta Kappa, Psi Beta, Salute, National Veterans Honor Society, all of our veterans, dual enrollment graduates, and finally Virginia Western Educational Foundation Scholarship and Community College Access Program recipients, as well as the Fralin Future Scholars. Now I will turn the video over to Dr. Elizabeth Wilmer, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs, to begin the presentation of candidates and degrees.
Like President Sandel, I am so proud of all of our 2021 graduates. This is the culmination of years of hard work and dedication, and I'm gratified that Virginia Western has played a role in helping each of you reach your goals. I feel blessed to work with a great team of deans, faculty, and staff who have ensured our high level of academic integrity is maintained throughout the challenges of this pandemic. Yvonne Campbell, Dean of Business, Technology, and Trades, will share some of the details of her programs and read the names of their graduating students.
I'm Yvonne Campbell, Dean of the School of Business, Technology, and Trades. And on behalf of faculty, staff, and myself, we want to congratulate you on your graduation from Virginia Western Community College. We are very proud of your hard work and persistence that got you to this important life accomplishment and applaud you for understanding that an education from Virginia Western Community College will benefit you, your family, and our community in the years ahead. Stay safe and stay healthy. And now for the most important part, announcing our 2021 graduates. Associate of Science degree in Business Administration, Jonathan D. Banks, summa cum laude. Roger Taylor Basham, cum laude. Mackenzie Elizabeth Beard, magna cum laude. Maggie Mae Bennett. Scott A. Bowman, magna cum laude. Marcus Norman Coffey, cum laude. Benjamin Michael Corbett. Stephen James Daniels. John Paul Davidic, magna cum laude. Nicholas King Davis, also with a certificate in general education. William Hunter Duke. Charles Richard Eggleston, cum laude. Jacob Timothy Ellis. Jocelyn Nicole Essington, summa cum laude. Easton Tyler Forbes. Deanna Paige Frango. Rain Christian Garman, magna cum laude. Jonathan Tyler Garrard, cum laude. Jack Ambler Gladden, cum laude. Carter Davis Glenn, summa cum laude. Janae Michelle Grogans, summa cum laude. Aaron Mackenzie Hall. Tracy Amanda Hall. Caroline Ruby Harrington, magna cum laude. Saran Deontay Hayes. Taylor Alyssa Hill, cum laude. Derek Thomas Hodson. Elizabeth Grace Hutchins, summa cum laude. Rachel D. Hutchins, summa cum laude. Christopher Norman James. Noah Thomas James. McKenna Elaine Jarvis, cum laude. Virginia Darrell Johnson, cum laude. Elizabeth Grace Kelly. James E. Kibler, magna cum laude. Eric Dylan Lambert. Chelsea Nicole Lawson. Kiera H. Lee. Andrea Reagan Logan, cum laude. Heather Angel Luce, cum laude. Harold Manalo. Catherine Olivia Martin, magna cum laude. Tia Marina McIntosh. Tyler Cameron McPherson. Lindsay Elizabeth Merritt. Trista N. Moles, magna cum laude. Daniel Joseph Neri, summa cum laude. Joshua Wood Neighbors. William Marshall Newland. Somina Hen Nop, cum laude. Lisette Kimberly Nukamende, cum laude. Alexis Nicole Owen. Luke Owen, cum laude. Sarah Grace Painter. John Thomas Parker III, cum laude. Ian Israel Perez. Hunter Reed Flagler. Lauren Elizabeth Price, cum laude. Sydney Rubin, magna cum laude. Daniel J. Santee, cum laude. Caitlin Bell Saunders, summa cum laude. Maximilian Heinrich Siebold. Michael Alexander Seacrest, summa cum laude. Dalen Ryan Vogler Shakovich, magna cum laude. Anthony Logan Stout, cum laude. Stephen Duck Tran, summa cum laude. Zachary Tyler Lee Trayer. Keegan Bryce Tuck. Catherine G. Turner, summa cum laude. Daniel Tyree. Camden Hall Underwood. Emily Catherine Villaborgi, cum laude. Adam Wesley Fall, magna cum laude. Kyle Jackson Williams. Associate of Applied Science degree in Accounting. Lynette Joy Alston, summa cum laude. Emerald Elaine Bates. Autumn Dawn Bricky, cum laude. Lauren Taylor Browning, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Business Communication. Heather A. Kraus, cum laude. Nan Mutho A. Morgan Taylor Hutchins. Miriam Casarunde, cum laude. Tori Lynn King, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Information Technology, Cybersecurity. Carrie A. Roberts, magna cum laude. Associate of Applied Science degree in Administrative Management Technology. Alicia Marie Allison, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist. Stacy Michelle Amos, magna cum laude. Brooke Renee Corvin, cum laude. Susan E. Huff, magna cum laude. Jacob Jefferson Martin, summa cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist. Associate of Applied Science degree in Administrative Management Technology, Medical Administrative Management Specialization. Ashley Nicole Farmer, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Advanced Medical Office Specialist, a Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding, and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Sylvia Ann Huser Thompson, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Denise McNaughton Hobson, cum laude. Bonnie Bordwine Horn, magna cum laude. Brittany Nicole Heiler, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing, a Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding, and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Jeffrey Mahmoud Kamal, summa cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Business Communication, a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing, and a Career Study Certificate in Legal Office Assisting. Courtney Noel Connor Lawson, summa cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist. Sarah Grace Looney, cum laude. Suzia Rosalie Panini, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist. Cassidy Marie Prilliman, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist, a Career Study Certificate in Advanced Medical Office Specialist, a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing, a Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding, and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Donna R. Rice, also with a Career Study Certificate in Advanced Medical Office Specialist. Donna Irene Walker Smith, also with a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing, a Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding, and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Ashley Lynn Wells, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist, a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing, and a Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding. Alicia Marie Williams, summa cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Advanced Medical Office Specialist. Associate of Applied Science degree in Culinary Arts. Alexis Ray Dupree, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Advanced Food Service. Chastity M. Easter, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Advanced Food Service, and a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Introduction to Food Service. Mintatullah Abdulkhalik Aman, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Advanced Food Service. Emily Caroline Hill, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Baking and Pastry. Zaire Devon Johnson. Jenna Ann Noel, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Baking and Pastry. Daniel Lee Lemons. Christopher Allen Rixford McCullers, cum laude. Adays Marie Osora, magna cum laude. Reba Catherine Pickerel, magna cum laude. Nikita Ike Sanders, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Advanced Food Service. Carlos Miguel Valerostos. Eric Allen Van, cum laude. Joshua Mitchell Waski, magna cum laude. Michael Warren Whitaker, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Advanced Food Service, and a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Introduction to Food Service. Associate of Applied Science degree in Management. Connor Robert Behringer. Jacob Scott Barnes. William W. Becker. Christopher Wallace Binkley. Juanita Lee Bird. Samantha Marie Bird. Christina Constable. Kelsey Victoria Doss, summa cum laude. Isaiah Antonio Dudley. Noah McDowell Hatcher, cum laude. Taylor Elaine Huffman, summa cum laude. Nia Lenore Johnson. Waniqua Deshauna Jones. Corey Lee Keeling. Gordon Dunn Laprade, summa cum laude. Sabine Manale, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Business Communication. Logan Michael McGuire, magna cum laude. Adam Cage O'Neill, magna cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Business Communication. James B. Purdue Jr., Taylor Laren Smith, Jackie Ray Vincent III, Jordan Michaela Young, cum laude, also with a Career Study Certificate in Entrepreneurship Plus. Associate of Applied Science degree in Paralegal Studies. Amber Alicia Brown, cum laude. Faith Nicole Carlino, cum laude. Maura Carolyn Conroy. Megan E. Williams, summa cum laude. Christina Michelle Huffman, cum laude. Brianna Lee Peters, cum laude. Jason Andrew Pollard, also with a Career Study Certificate in Legal Office Assisting. Lyndon Michelle Quisenberry, magna cum laude. Melina Elizabeth Spice, summa cum laude. Career Study Certificate in Computer Office Support Specialist. Jill Elaine Hall. Elizabeth Lauren Revels. Career Study Certificate in Advanced Medical Office Specialist. Alia Divine Hancock. Career Study Certificate in Air Conditioning and Refrigeration. Taylor Shea Arthur. Drew Dylan Bond. Hunter Wayne Brizendine. Mark Elias Shahade. Benjamin Daniel Coleman. Justin C. Cook. Hayden Blake Delaney. Daniel William Goodhart. Isaiah Hughes. Shane Cameron Law. Joseph Chase Lawhorn, Ethan Andrew Loving, Aaron N. Moody, also with a Career Study Certificate in Maintenance Technology, Coleman Osborne, Garrett Nathaniel Patesel, David L. Parrish II, Frank S. Sutliff, Ron Dustin Taylor, Nigel St. Clair Thomas, Ramsey Allen Vassar, Justin Ellis Young. Career Study Certificate in Automotive Analysis and Repair, Cole Stephen Clayton, Anthony Gayo, Tyler Brandon Bishop Martin, Blake Aaron Waddell, Adam Chandler Wickline, also with a Career Study Certificate in Electrical Wiring. Career Study Certificate in Building Trades Technology, Neil Carlton Anderson, Robert William Bowers III, Alan Joseph Coleman, also with a Career Study Certificate in Electrical Wiring, David George Horn, also with a Career Study Certificate in Electrical Wiring, Patrick Daniel Kepler, also with Career Study Certificate in Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, Landon Clay Lawrence. Career Study Certificate in Business Communication, Samantha Lynn Donald, Samantha Elise Huffman, Tori Ree Paris, Caroline Gavin Wilson, Career Study Certificate in Construction Management, Elliot Graywolf Bowers, also with a Career Study Certificate in Building Trades Technology, Dalton David Brooks, Tucker David Coleman, Career Study Certificate in Cake Production and Decorating, Stefania Jessica Riviera, Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Baking and Pastry, Cade P. Cobbs. Gabrielle Harmony Jennings, also with a Career Study Certificate in Cake Production and Decorating, also with a Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Advanced Food Service. Caitlin Delaney West. Career Study Certificate in Culinary Arts, Introduction to Food Service. Paige Elizabeth Garner. Brittany Lene Stike. Career Study Certificate in Electrical Wiring. Sheldon Anglin. Robert C. Beard, also with a Career Study Certificate in Maintenance Technology. Rachel Ann Rickey. Gary Ralph Crawford. Benjamin Wallace Hudson. Michael Lawrence Cadola. Cameron Bailey Lawrence. Timothy David McKenzie Sr. K. Andrew Palmer. Aiden Brentley Perkins. Sandus Adam Pope, also with a Career Study Certificate in Air Conditioning and Refrigeration and a Career Study Certificate in Maintenance Technology. Justin Dale Powers. Edward Frank Santuck III. Rizgar Kadir Shawkat, also with a Career Study Certificate in Air Conditioning and Refrigeration and a Career Study Certificate in Maintenance Technology. Roderick Alfonso Sutton Jr. Farron Scott Wade. Troy D. Waters. Jonathan David Whitmer. A Career Study Certificate in Entrepreneurship Plus. Amanda K. Chrisley. Laura E. Hardy. William Henry Hobbs V. Jesse W. Presley Jr. and Mina Hannah Youssef. Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing. Brittany Ann Adams. Tommy Lee Amos. Kara Elizabeth Antoine, Cassandra Jean Ray Chisholm, Sabrina Ann Harris, Shannon Delise Hoey, Dakota Marie Lakes, also with a Career Study Certificate and Medical Office Specialist. Jennifer E. Martinez, also with a Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Bailey Christine Trinity Norcross. Melina Smith. Amelia Ann Summers. Career Study Certificate in Health Records Coding, Brittany Nicole Chittum, also with a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing and a Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Amy Elizabeth Cloyter. Rebecca Lynn Cordes. Mary Elizabeth Aaron Eaton. Kendra Michelle Hall. Anna Elizabeth McClung. Marcy Leanne Myers. Lori Love Rakes. Frances L. Thornton, also with a Career Study Certificate and Medical Office Specialist. Career Study Certificate in Horticulture Technology, Cody Allen Michael Thompson. Career Study Certificate in Legal Office Assisting, Jennifer Ann Arnold. Casey Loftus Atwell. Jamie Diane Dyer. Jessica M. Jones. Megan Elaine Meadows. Carly Elizabeth Mullins. Jolene Chanel Owens. Grace Lynn Hope Ray. Brianna Nadine Sellers. Grace May Washington. Nicole Lynn Wells. Career Study Certificate in Maintenance Technology, Devin A. Apple. Christian Guzman. William David Harless, also with a Career Study Certificate in Welding and Metal Processing. Hu Tri Tran. Career Study Certificate in Medical Office Specialist. Sonia Lynette Bias, also with a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing. Rosemary Crump, also with a Career Study Certificate in Medical Billing. Alejandra Cruz Ramirez. Jamie M. Robinson. Lauren Trotter Smelzer. Aaron Thomas. Career Study Certificate in Welding and Metal Processing. Jamie Abraham Benavidez. Ty Richard Blackwood. Darren E. Coleman II. Jacob Lee Glenwood Daniels. Dallas Warren Dickerson. Matthew Joseph Elmore. Scott H. Flanagan. John Richard Freeland III. Caleb Zaid Grinstaff. Brandon O'Shea Hamlet. Jedediah Walker Catt. Elora Leanne Kelly. Michael Lawrence. Isaac H. Merrill. Brett Edwards Newcomb. Cameron Dean Peters. Christopher William Peterson. Jack Dylan Seifert. Ryan James Smith. Cole Jackson Thompson. Anthony Zook. Congratulations to the 2021 graduates.
Again, Thank you to our deans for your outstanding leadership. It is my honor as the Chief Academic Officer for Virginia Western to present the graduating class of 2021. President Sandel, these candidates for graduation have fulfilled or will soon fulfill all of their academic requirements for a degree or certificate.
Thank you, Dr. Wilmer. By the authority vested in me by the State Board for Community Colleges, I hereby confer the degrees and certificates upon our graduating students. Congratulations to the class of 2021. The world and our nation are rapidly changing, and it is critical that we are prepared to evolve and meet the new challenges we all must face. I feel strongly that the education our students have received at Virginia Western will help them progress personally and professionally and thrive in the ever-changing landscape. It has been my honor to help support you. The college will strive to meet the dreams and aspirations of all the communities it serves. It is a joy to know that Virginia Western helps to make these dreams come true. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2021. Stay safe and take care of one another.